Good morning. Welcome back to Livin' La Vida Tagalog. It's Christina here. I've got none of my kids are with me. There's Landon back there. It's the Belle's last day here in Manila, and I wanted to talk to them a little bit about some of maybe the misconceptions that they might have had about the Philippines prior to their visit here, and just kind of share all of that with you from their perspective, and obviously share a little bit of mine from behind the camera. One of the disclaimers that I want to make is these are really their opinions and only their personal opinions, their perspective from the few days that they've actually had here in Manila. I would say they were here one night, and then we left for Thailand, so they might mix in a little bit of their thoughts on Southeast Asia in general based on our visit to Thailand. And then they were here for a whole 3-4 nights just staying in Makati alone. So we didn't get a chance to go out and visit provinces and do any more exploring than just kind of hanging out within the malls and the areas of BGC and Greenbelt. So I'll kind of put that disclaimer in here for you all. They do plan to come back. We will do provinces. We will do more islands here in the Philippines with the Bells, hopefully soon. So with that, let's get started. All right, I got some real true blue Texans here. And first question for you guys, it's going to be like a little series of questions. What did you think of the way that the houses looked here, the buildings, the amenities, and I specifically would like to know your opinion on the sewage system.
So let's start off with the buildings. Downtown Manila is beautiful. It's almost just like our own downtown. One thing I didn't think of was the city was going to be close to our downtown. Mm-hmm. Everything's in walking distance. Everything's at our arm's reach. We've really had a good time down here in BGC and Makati. Yeah, we've really enjoyed ourselves down here.
Mama.
The infrastructures?
Yeah.
Not to sound so close-minded. Didn't Google before I came out here, so in my head, I thought, not very many buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Thought maybe people worked out of, I don't know, smaller, not necessarily like a skyscraper buildings.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of caught me off guard, how many of them were.
Uh-huh.
Really mimics, honestly, I kind of forgot that we're not in Houston. It looks just like our downtown, or very similar, too.
Yeah.
The houses, I was kind of expecting, what are those called? Cinder blocks houses? And it's the complete opposite here.
Maybe something more rural.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting it to be so, I don't know, what's the word, metropolitan?
Mm-hmm.
So it really caught me off guard. Really caught me by surprise. But a good surprise. The one thing that I don't think I'd ever be able to get used to are the little scooters that go in between the cars.
The motorcycles.
They're like little mopeds.
Yes. Okay, so we could talk about that. The traffic, right? The traffic is a whole other beast, and the way people drive here. Etiquette for driving cars. What did you think when you first started hearing horns honking?
Okay, so yesterday we went to, me, Brian, and the kids, y'all are working out, went to a different spot.
Uh-huh.
The taxi driver the Grab driver lived, I want to say 10 kilometers, which is 6 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And it said he, in midtown traffic, it would take him 3 hours to get 10 kilometers.
Yeah.
And that is unrealistic.
Right.
And then what I thought yesterday in the cab was, geez, we got a cranky driver. This guy is very horn happy, and he honked at maybe every moped that kind of got in his way.
Yeah.
And I took it as kind of like a rude gesture, and it was really just to kind of let the motorcyclists know.
Yeah.
He
the
has
motorists
the right
know,
way.
that
he has
he's
the right
there.
way. He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the things that I had. That was a difficulty for me. I'll turn this around real quick. Ooh, this hair. Yes, so that was one of the things that I think I had some misconceptions about too, was the horn honking, because in the U.S. and pretty much any major city in the United States, when you're honking your horn at somebody, it's because you're mad at them. You want them to move out of the way. They've done something to anger you. You lay on the horn. Whereas here, and probably in a lot of other Southeast Asian countries, you do a light horn tap to let someone know that you're there, or just simply, it's like a courtesy thing here. It's not a road rage type of thing. So one thing that we all agree on was a little odd at first. This isn't just a Manila, Philippines question, because we went to Thailand and we were there for a week. Sewage system.
I'll take that one.
I'll be next. Or I'm number 2.
In Thailand, the sewage system is horrible. We had to call the guys almost every night in the room to come unclog our toilet with just pee.
Yeah.
We soon realized that Club Med, you have to hold down the button to flush the toilet.
Yeah.
And you still don't get a full flush. At the hotels, at Brian and Christina's place, and it's great. But out in town, it is a little different. It's not quite as good.
Yeah.
It's septic, right? Septic everywhere?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's a real sewage system. It's just not the best.
Yeah.
It smells like a septic. What a septic smells like.
because it's sewage. When we went to use the restroom yesterday at the mall, we were surprised because there was a toilet paper dispenser in the, where the
And
sinks
not one
are.
ply. Not one ply. It was 2 ply. 'Cause that's also very scarce out here.
Let me pause here for a moment and provide some clarification. This is a roll of toilet paper. These soft, plushy things are commonly found in bathrooms. This is a paper towel, commonly found in kitchens. It's sturdy and often used for cleaning up messes or spills, as well as drying your hands. Using toilet paper to dry your hands as it disintegrates into a million pieces simply does not make sense. But what do I know?
Yeah.
And then same with the washing of the hands. I'll never get used to the tissue.
No paper towels.
There's no paper towels.
Well,
And at some restrooms, you have to buy your tissue before you go in.
I haven't
Or
seen that yet.
Or the tissue is not in the stall. You have to get it
You
prior
have
to
to
going
get it
into
before
the
you
stall.
go in. Yeah, that's something we're so not used to. I happened to notice when we were at the mall yesterday, there was quite a few ladies who walked out without washing their hands, and it kind of creeped me out. I'm not a fan of it, so I don't care if I walk out with wet hands from being washed versus dry hands from not
I
washing at
kept
all.
doing this
Yeah.
the entire time. Yeah.
It kind of looks like it's gonna rain, but not really. Maybe my glasses are making a difference. Hey, Bills. Next question. So before you came out here, we were preparing you for weather. And what we constantly did was we were looking at our phones and we noticed temperatures and humidity were the same. But when you got here, did it feel that way?
No, it did not. So humid. It still is very humid. I thought that it was going to be no problem at all because we have humidity in Houston and we're like queen of it. But every day I walk out, like my hair's flat. I come back home, it's Mufasa. Like it's real big.
Yeah.
It's pretty like a wet humidity, if that makes any sense. You start sweating, you touch your clothes, you all of a sudden have. So
sticky.
it's really sticky, really hot.
I would say it's pretty similar. I think it's worse in downtown Manila because the buildings, you don't get the breeze like we get back home.
Yeah.
In our backyard, you can walk out and you get a strong breeze all the time, so
Yeah.
it's not really that bad. Here, the buildings block the breeze.
It does.
Yesterday,
True.
we were walking and it was huge, in one part breeze, and it was really nice. But
Yeah.
It
when
was
you get
nice.
behind a building, it's
It's getting bad when you're
It's
in the
bad,
buildings,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I would
that
say
makes
it's
sense.
pretty similar. I think it is a little more humid here, but other than that, it's pretty similar to Houston.
Okay, so my next question, obviously food. Now, we've taken you guys to Filipino restaurants in Houston, and we've gotten you are now cooking pancit on a regular basis and teaching your family members how to do it. So we know you love Filipino food. But what has been the, I guess, thought on Filipino food here in the Philippines? And also, what have you tried that you've loved the most?
I like that the Filipino food here is more authentic. I feel ours might be like a kind of like an Americanized version of Filipino food, even though we've found some pretty good spots in Houston that when we have that craving we can easily go to. Here, I think the one thing that I am embarrassed to say my age, so I'll leave that out, but that I just discovered what mango steams are. Oh, that is really good.
I know, right?
These are absolutely amazing, and I'm really sad that we don't have these in the States. They are so good. So I've bought a few of them to eat before we leave. I've bought them in candy form because I can take that on the plane. Juice. I mean, it's just good. It's like probably one of the best fruits I think I've ever tried.
You have them. So This is going to be my challenge to the viewers. Ask them to put in the comments below anybody who's been to Houston, Texas area and managed to find a mangosteen. Let us know the name of that grocery store
And how much
when you
USD.
found them and how much they cost. Because here, what did we do? We calculated yesterday it was about $4 for a pound.
For a pound.
$40 US for a pound, and I bought those one time in Temecula, and I paid $14 US for 1 pound.
You know, honestly, when I have a craving, I think I would suck it up and pay that. These are that good.
Yeah. All right, Chris.
All right, my favorite thing to eat in the Philippines is corned beef. I eat corned beef at home, but it's more like English style with cabbage and potatoes. I cook it myself. I love corned beef, but Filipinos do corned beef on a whole nother level. It's been my favorite dish out here. I've had it with almost every meal. My favorite was one of the restaurants we went to. I believe it'll be in one of the videos. The first night we got here, corned beef salog.
Yes.
Salog?
Corned beef salog, yeah.
Salog. Man, by far, that's my favorite dish ever.
It is an absolutely beautiful and gorgeous day out here. We are going to go into the sun for a quick minute though, so we might get hot. We're going to try to make this part quick. I want to talk a little bit with the Bells about Filipino time. Chris is a nurse, and so he works with several Filipino nurses. He is familiar with a lot of things, Philippine customs and traditions, but I don't think he really truly understood Filipino time until we experienced a few things here. So we just learned a little more about Filipino time, and I want to let's start with Lisa and tell us about Lauren getting her nails done the other day.
Took a little while, a little extra time. She went to get some acrylics put on. And it took almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours.
It was painfully long when you're the one waiting.
Yeah.
She enjoyed the treatment. It was special treatment, so it's good for her. The one thing that kind of caught me off guard is like everyone's on island time, to where it's a little bit different. In the city where we live, we're used to it being very fast paced.
Oh my God, that looks amazing. Is that the brisket, Chris?
On the contrary, it's not here, which is a good thing.
Chris, you were talking about stores opening.
So we went, my son Landon wanted to go to the Jordan store.
Okay.
On the website it says 9 or 10 o'clock it opens.
Yeah.
And Brian was like, don't trust it. I said, let's just go anyways. The girls are working out. We have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it didn't open until 11:30. We walked all the way to the Nike store, which also said 9 o'clock. And that one didn't open
Didn't open till
11.
11? Oh, man.
I got a haircut, and the haircut in Houston would cost me probably $30 and take about 15 minutes. My haircut here cost about $12. I got a straight shave, a full haircut, a full head massage, tea tree oil, and it took about an hour and a half, and it's the best haircut I've ever had.
Best haircut you've ever had. And it cost you half as much but took twice as long.
Yes, correct.
She's eating a mangosteen out here at the pool. I caught you.
They're so good.
They're so good.
I literally am like,
Question, I guess, tell me about some of the things you liked most about the Philippines so far.
top
Yeah.
one probably would be their gratitude. I think everyone takes the time to help you out, whether you're a stranger. They're super grateful just for you going into their stores, buying something. Like, it's like a whole nother level of gratitude. That you can really appreciate, because unfortunately I don't feel like we see that very often anymore these days.
All right. A couple other things that you have noticed since you've been here. Tell me about cleanliness, technology.
So a few other things that I've learned are that the level of hygiene and the cleanliness here is like on a whole nother level.
Except for in the bathrooms.
Except for in the television, the washing of the hands. But here they have like watering stations inside of restaurants, so you don't have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, hand washing stations. Yes.
Yeah. We don't have that in the States, which I think we should.
Yeah.
That's amazing. There's also like hand sanitizers everywhere. They're constantly spraying to disinfect, like on the planes, as you're deboarding. Just things like that. I feel like it's like a whole nother level of cleanliness.
What did you think of shopping? Tell me about your shopping experiences here.
Something I've noticed here is that it feels really safe here. A lot of security guards, a lot of police. So when we went to the mall for the first time, I kept thinking this lady was following me. I'm like, does she think I'm stealing? Like, why is she following me so much? Turns out she was a personal shopper, and that's what they do here. We're so used to, technology and things. Actual like salespeople, not salespeople, but like registers and all that stuff being self-service, which is a good thing. But also here, everything's a little bit slower to where you actually have that person come up to you like, "Hi, ma'am, can I help you with anything? Or is there anything you're looking for?" So it's really refreshing. Every person that goes in seems to have their own little personal shopper that follows them around the store to
I've
help them
gotten
out.
spoiled. I have, because I've gotten used to being able to go into a store now and like tell them I need this shirt and this color and this size, and somebody's running out to go grab it for me.
Yeah.
And I can just hang out and wait now.
The personal service, so I got the best massage of my entire life for 30 USD for an hour. It was amazing. Another thing, did my eyebrows, got them threaded, got a few other things done to them for $10.
Yeah.
That was awesome. The laundry, a little spoiled, and I wish I could take this back with us to the States, is that the laundry service, family of 4.
It was $20. I know.
Like mind blowing. You'd spend more than that at a washateria these days.
You
So
have 18 kilos of laundry. That's
Yeah, it was
almost
a lot.
40 pounds of laundry.
that I was amazed by. Just the cost of living out here is just amazing. I feel like your dollar stretches really far out here.
Okay, final question of the day is, all right, so when we first told y'all, that we were moving
We're rubbing
to
off on you.
the Philippines, what did you think versus now that you've been here and kind of seen what we do on a daily basis?
My initial reaction was just to kind of question like, why? Why would you do that when,
You said you prayed for me.
I did pray for you.
Yes.
I didn't ask you why because I didn't want to seem unsupportive, but I wondered why. I questioned why. Why would you ever want to move what we have in the States? It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now being here and kind of seeing y'all's lifestyle and seeing everything, I get it. Like, I feel like it's a great balance of like getting to raise your family, showing them different things outside of the textbook. Cheesy enough. Yesterday when we were having lunch and you and I went to go work out and we were eating some lunch after downtown, my heart just felt happy.
Yeah.
Felt happy getting to see that you are okay out here. You're doing great. You guys are excelling a lot more than what I feel like you were. You're meeting friends. And as your best friend, it just made my heart happy to see you guys happy out here.
Don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry. Maybe tomorrow when I leave.
Chris.
My first thought when Brian told me was, great, now we have a free place to stay. I told him, y'all get settled in and we'll be over there as soon as possible. And sure enough, 3 or 4 months later and we're here.
You're here. But then you saw how big the space was and you're like, we need a hotel room.
Small accommodations,
I
but
would
great
say
accommodations.
efficient.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see how much space we overutilize in America. It's definitely not needed.
Oh,
but
yeah. Yeah.
Over here, you don't need it.
So what do you think now that you've seen it and you've been here?
I love it. It's excellent. I love Thailand. I love the Philippines. I love everything.
And how soon will it be before you guys are coming back?
We have to go island hopping next time. So
Island
it won't-
hopping,
won't be that
Boracay, Coron, Palawan, all of them?
All of them.
All of them? Coconuts on boats?
Yeah, nice.
Now, if you didn't already know, we have a very long history with these friends. We've shared many memories together. Delicious meals. Wonderful places.
It's on. It's working.
Not record me eating.
Yep, I'm recording you eating. Yay! We're here in Phoenix.
Precious moments. We've watched time pass by right in front of us. With each opportunity to reunite, we are reminded of how lucky we are to have these people in our lives. They've become family to us. And our greatest hope is to continue making memories together. For now, we say farewell. Until we meet again. Ingat. Till next time.
You can edit, right? We can just talk freely and you can edit to make us not sound like boneheads. Um, 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 there's a lot of police guards.
Ooh, let's get the focus in. Christina, where are you at?
Here's some like behind the scenes of setting up for a video shoot.
Oh, you're gonna have to cut this out. I gotta think of what I ate.
Roro's here, but Roro's gonna be silent.
I'm just here for
Because I just went pee. Rowan, can you move?
hello.
Hold on.